Hello, my dear Sparrow. I have come to challenge you, my friend. So, as you know, my favourite Pokemon game of all time is Yellow. And I've got the most basic bitch team of all time because we got Pikachu, we got Blastoise, Venusaur, Charizard, Pidgeot, and whichever legendary you would like to choose. That's my team. So, what do you say, punk? Now, in all seriousness though, I hope you enjoy the way I play through this game like 1,000 times. But just one more thing before I go. You have actually been telling me to show off this shiny, pristine Pokemon Yellow box on this year collab. And I've not said anything because I thought this would be more fun, but it's fake. It's a fake box. The game inside is real. That's the one I had when I was a kid, but yeah. I got it to look better for my top 10 games of all time video. I didn't want to just hold the cart, come on. But these are real. If that means anything to you at this point. But anyway, good luck, mate. Thanks for having me. I'll catch you soon. Cheers.
Challenge accepted. And would anyone with a real Pokemon Emerald box be out in the rain like this, holding it just like this? Yeah, I bought a fake box too. Let's dive in. I assure you though, the game is real. So, let's get going, shall we? This is genuinely going to be fun. It's the most nostalgic way of playing this game, I feel. Emulating the anime. Millions of us use this exact team, so hopefully it's a trip down memory lane. Naturally, we call ourselves Lexitan and our rival James. I thought this would be a fun little thing to battle myself as the game goes through, to its ultimate climax. Wait, that doesn't sound very good, does it? Let's move on very quickly. The rules are simple enough. I can only use Lexitan's team in battle, but on the flip side I still need to get his full team before taking on the Elite Four and the champion fight. I can't use any items in battle unless it's a Pokeball, of course. Just for fun, with having a full team for once, they are going to be used as HM slaves as well. Just means I'm not chopping and changing between Pokemon. I can't use any glitches or exploits that could make this challenge way easier. For instance, I couldn't just use the walk through walls cheat to bypass the league challenge and get myself into the Hall of Fame room thingy at the end. Of course, we need to start with getting our team, so we try and leave Pallet Town just to get stopped by Professor Oak and ambushed by a Pikachu. He throws a ball, we get out a dodge and end up in the lab. As we try to take a Pokeball with Eevee in, our rival whacks us out the way and takes it for himself. This is where the Pikachu comes into play, as Oak feels sorry for us and decides to hand Pikachu over to us. I named him Chewy after one of my close friends who I met on the Discord that has always supported me and the channel and kept me going through some tough moments where I nearly gave in. I even give Chewy a Thunderstone on the Discord server, so we have a Raichu over there now. Discord jokes are fun. Speaking of Discord, why don't you scan this QR code on the screen and head on over. Everyone is welcome over there, and speak your mind and have fun with it. Now we need to get revenge on James, our rival, and decimate the Eevee that we would have had if he wasn't such an arrogant so-and-so. This wasn't scary or anything, but we did only have 6 health left by the end of it. Of course, James walks off in defeat, but then we move on. But wait, Chewy hates being confined into his Pokeball, so we now have a Pikachu following us around for our journey, which is really nice. You join us back at Viridian Forest, and I was trying to emulate episode 3, where Ash catches a Pidgeotto whilst walking through. I was trying to make it look like it was my first Pokemon that I ran into, by leaving and coming back in again, but in reality this took 2 hours and 18 minutes before I got a chance to actually see one. But, as I go to capture him, I realise I don't have any Pokeballs. Yeah, noob mistake number 1. God. But we don't give up that easily, so I took the walk of noobness to the Pokemart to get some Pokeballs and come back. Another 18 minutes go by and we find another one. Bad news is we faint. We are really working for this one, folks. Right, after 16 more anxious minutes we find one more. If I can't get this done, we just have to get a Pidgey and level up like crazy. Luckily, skillfully, we get this one. Now well, third time's the charm as the saying goes. We name him GH24G after my friend over at GH24 Games. His channel is in the video description, go show him some love. Anyways, our first attempt at Brock goes terribly as you would expect. We don't even get past the first Geodude. I mean, we did come close with GH, but once he faints and Chewy comes out, we have no attacking moves that work, so we lose soon after. I decided to grind some levels and attempt this at level 15 to see how much further we could get. It goes a little better, but it's nothing to shoot home about. We just go down to Onyx instead. Not a problem, let's come back at level 20, this has got to be possible now. Geodude goes down to a few attacks of Gust, but Onyx still puts up a fight using Bide of all things to stop my attacks. I try using a few sand attacks to lower his accuracy, making him miss, which is good. Then we just go on the offensive with Gust. This takes a little while, but we're no longer in danger here, so we just chip away until Onyx falls, defeating Brock and winning the Boulder Badge. And after Damn It Zubat, we are confronted by the gatekeepers of fossils once again. His team is a little annoying, but it's nothing to worry about. We take him down eventually, with Chewy and GH24G. It's a little strange having the team in these runs, but once that's all over, we get the Dome Fossil. If I didn't say what we took, you would all ask. On second thought, why don't you ask anyway? Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks MDB for that one. Go check out his channel in the video description, he is one of the main reasons I started YouTube in the first place. But as we go to leave, we end up preparing for trouble, I guess, as Jesse and James jumps out for our fossil, of course. Ekans goes down soon enough to a few quick attacks. We don't even take damage, which is nice. Meowth nearly takes Chewy out, which is unfortunate, so we switch to GH24G. A couple of Gusts later and that's the end of Meowth. I switch to Chewy once again just for some experience and then switch back just to spam Gust, until we make Team Rocket blast off again. Jesse and James are just in this for a bit of fun really, just to make it look like the anime. Soon after this we make it to Cerulean City and head over to the gym to take on Misty. This was an actual fun one for a change, as we managed to do this first try. Staryu only uses a weak tackle, so 2 Thunder Shocks from Chewy are all that's needed for the knockdown. Starmie is a little harder but not impossible. She only uses Harden in the beginning, so we just chip away with Thunder Shock. This is until we get hit by Bubble Beam and Chewy falls, but we still have GH24G. We actually nearly lost this one because our moves do almost nothing, and we get hit with a critical hit. But just as this happens, we hit back with our critical hit, taking her out, defeating Misty and gaining the Cascade badge. With that out the way, we can get another team member now. We head over to the unofficial daycare next door, and as you can see there's a Bulbasaur guarding over everyone, just like the anime. We check our friendship with Chewy and he loves us. So let's get our new teammate. We name him SPG after Sharkpig Gaming. He knows Johnny the Happy Console Gamer, so why don't you check out his channel. Brett is a super nice guy, link to both in the video description naturally.
What up guys, we're over here at the Rickshaw Theater in Vancouver watching some metal tonight. Who are you seeing, Tyler?
What up?
What up?
And Mortis.
And this is Johnny.
Yeah, and I'll just say, yeah.
Yeah. We're here to see this guy.
Yeah, I know we're here to see these guys.
Alright, catch you later.
Of course, we bump into James, our rival, just before Nugget Bridge, so let's fight I guess. Spearow is out first, so we just go for Thunder Shock, which isn't a one shot, but it is a 2-shot after paralysing him. Sandshrew is next and we don't have a great answer for him just yet, so we just use Quick Attack in the hopes of a critical hit. I haven't trained up SPG, our Bulbasaur, yet, so I decided not to use him for now. Once we switch for GH24G, we just use Gust, but we get Sand attacked of course, but he doesn't take much to fall. Rattata is pretty weak, so Chewy is back out. He only uses a Tail Whip, so a couple of Thunder Shocks later takes him out. But we do get hit with Quick Attack for our troubles. His Ace Eevee is now out, so we switch back to GH24G. We hit the 2 Gusts necessary to take him down, but we do get stalled by Sand Attack again. With this, James is defeated again. So we neum through everyone at Nugget Bridge until we are stopped at the end by this random Nugget. Of course it's Team Rocket to ambush us again. So yeah, let's dispatch him. His team consists of an Ekans and a Zubat, so we just take him out with GH24G and Chewy, respectively. Yeah, we don't want to be a part of Team Rocket, you absolute nugget. With all that out of the way, we can add a new teammate to our team, because yeah, that's what teammate means. This reminds me of a lovely statement from our friend at Lexington Gaming, so let's play the clip.
And it was good times, because it wasn't just like a pitch. I'm sure you used to, like, yeah, that's it. You used to just play, not on the pitch, just like on the street. I can't believe I just fucking said to play on the street in FIFA Street. Oh my god. Good memories though.
Anyways, we pick up the abandoned Charmander. Yeah, screw you, Damien. His loss is our gain though. We call him Radum after our friend over at Retro Adam. Link in the video description, so go check his channel out. We decide to show Radum a bit of love and evolve him into Charmeleon, after grinding levels and taking out random trainers on the way to this random house in the middle of nowhere. We enter, of course, and Chewy shows genuine concern immediately. We soon realise that Bill's experiment has went wrong, so we need to change him back. Once that happens, we end up getting the ticket for the SSN cruise ship. As we walk back down, we realise Officer Jenny has moved aside and we walk into an absolute crime scene. Ransacked home, items stolen, and a couple left devastated. I bet you all can't dig yourselves out of this one. We step outside and see this absolute idiot of a rocket grunt who came back to the scene of the crime. How has Officer Jenny not caught you yet? It's either world's dumbest criminal or world's dumbest police officer. Or a bit of both, I'll let you decide. We take him out soon after, get Dig back only to try and give it back, just to realise he doesn't need it anymore. Right, let's just move on. We eventually Vermilion City, because that's good English, right? We eventually reach Vermilion City after a long and treacherous ordeal and head for that cruise ship we mentioned earlier. There's a few things we need to do here, so let's get on them. We have a rival fight and we need to get the cut HM from the captain, of course. But before all that, as we fight through the random trainers in here, SPG, our Bulbasaur, evolves into an Ivysaur, so yet one more step closer to Lexitan's team. Time to fight James again, hopefully this goes well. Spearow swings and misses with Fury attacks, so we just hit him twice with Chewy's Thundershock. Good start, let's keep this going. Rattata is out next, so we just switch to Radum, our Charmeleon. Ember was so close to being a one-shot too, but we burn him straight after, so he goes down soon enough. Sandshrew is out next, so we just switch out to GH24G, our Pidgeotto, and we just spam Gust and Scratch respectively until Sandshrew faints. That just leaves Eevee, of course, so we switch back to our newly evolved Ivysaur SPG. We open up with Leech Seed, so we can gain some health back, but he only uses the likes of Sand Attack and Tail Whips in the beginning to lower accuracy and defense. We eventually start hitting our Vine Whips after missing sometimes. Combined with Leech Seed's passive damage, each turn we drop Eevee after not much trouble, sealing the win against our rival again. He walks away in disgust. That gives us access to the captain's cabin, so we walk in and become Nurse Joy for a bit and heal him. Who needs Pokemon centres, am I right? He then gives us the Cut HM so we can gain access to Lieutenant Surge's gym. We leave the SSN in victory and see it majestically sail off into the sunset. I'm so glad we got off that ship, I'm pretty certain it sinks after this. We gain access to the gym not long after, and I'll not bore you with how many times it took me to do this stupid trash can puzzle again, so I'll just skip ahead to Lieutenant Surge. It was a lot. This shouldn't be too bad, as it's yellow, it follows the anime a bit closer than red or blue, so he only uses a Raichu. So we just start with Radum, our Charmeleon, just to get taken out with a Mega Kick and a Mega Punch after hitting the weakest Ember known to man. I send out SPG next, our Ivysaur, in the hopes that I can set up a Leech Seed and do some passive damage. As he speeds up with an X speed, since Lieutenant Surge uses a Thunderstone too early, we get taken out eventually, but we drop Raichu to around half health, so it isn't the end of the world. GH24G, our Pidgeotto, is up next, so we just spam Quick Attack, narrowly surviving Mega Kick, and the passive damage of Leech Seed eventually takes Raichu out, winning the match and gaining a Thunder Badge. With that out the way, we can go see Officer Jenny because it's time for a new team member. She gives us Squirtle if we defeat Lieutenant Surge, which we have done, so I name her Jewel after a member of our Discord. I try and involve as many of you as I can when I play a Pokemon game. It's the community feel that we are trying to build around here, so why don't you pop a message in the comments? I just love getting the chance to interact with so many. Even if it's just a negative one, I really don't mind. Just try and be constructive so I can improve for the next one. Thanks. It really doesn't take long, but it nearly caught me off guard, so I scrambled to the record button on OBS to capture this just in time. But Jewel evolves into Wartortle. Again, another step closer, Lexitan. Our arrival at Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town is next, and James's team has improved since last time. He starts with a Fearow, so we send out Chewy and go for Thundershock. But we are slower, so our attack goes down with Growl. We don't hit for massive damage, but paralysis does take effect, which could be good. We only get hit with Leer for some reason, and we spam Thundershock until he faints. Next up is Magnemite, so we send out our Radom and go for Ember, but it doesn't hit that hard. Sonic Boom against us, on the other hand, doesn't hit that hard either. So again, we just go for Ember again, which critical hits this time. We get Tackled, which is critical hit too, but it's still weak. So one more Ember takes him out. Shelder is out next, so we naturally, do you get it? Ivysaur is a plant, so natural. Get me caught then, shall I? A few Vine Whips from SPG drops Shelder. We keep SPG out for Sandshrew, which ends up being a one-shot with Vine Whip. So that just leaves Eevee to go, so we go for Duel, where we spam Bite until he faints. With that, we have defeated our rival James once again. We just rise to the top, and yeah! That was terrible. We right the wrong from the start of the game and get our very own Eevee. So yeah, take that, rival. I decided to call him Bellman after our friend Tyler Belmont on the Discord, just to find the nearest PC and store him in there for the rest of his days. Don't mess with me. Ever. And after talking to this wonderful gentleman, we enter the gym and go after Erica. She starts with Tangler, so we go for Radom. Our Embers don't hit that hard, story of my life at this point, our move's not hitting hard. But she only uses a weak Restrict, so we get the knockdown eventually. Weeping Bell just spams Acid right out of the gate. He's faster, so we just go down. Not before getting a few hits of Ember in, of course. So hopefully we can pick up the pieces with GH24G. Eventually, after nearly fainting, our Gusts do the job. So that just leaves Gloom. In our weakened state, we just go down to Acid again. So I go for Chewy and try Slam. It hits for pitiful damage, as expected, but Stun Spore. It hits for pitiful damage, as expected, but Stun Spore. Gloom, come on, man. It takes effect on the third try, paralysing us, and we go down to Petal Dance a few moves later. So Jewel, our war total, is now out. One bite later, we drop Gloom, defeating Erica and winning a rainbow badge. We then get ambushed by Jesse and James here in the Team Rocket hideout, only to make them blast off in 3 minutes time. Like I said earlier, they're just here to make the game feel more like the anime. Nothing special. Giovanni is up next and is a pushover like normal. Onyx is a one-shot to Jules' water gun. Rhyhorn is a one-shot to Jules' water gun. Persian is the only one that gives us trouble really. It uses a stalling technique with Screech to lower our defense and Growl to lower our attack. Radom's Ember sucked anyway, so this becomes really terrible. We faint, but then we just finish it off with GH24G with Gust. Overall, not a bad fight to be honest. With the Sylph Scope in hand, we ascend Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town, and after damn it Ghastly, we get stopped by a wandering ghost before the stairs, which of course is Cubone's mother, so we defeat her in battle so her spirit can be at peace. We then make our way to the top, and after damn it Ghastly, again, we are greeted by Jesse and James once again. So once again, how many times can I say again here? Another 3 minutes go by and we make them blast off again. Jesse and James just plain suck with Pokemon, it's quite sad to be honest. I feel sorry for them in the anime and in the games, go figure. With that, we save Mr. Fuji, escape Pokemon Tower and go to his house to obtain the Poke Flute. We then get blocked by a sleeping Snorlax, so we end up playing a really rubbish song, which wakes him up and becomes very angry indeed. Luckily, I have a really good way of dealing with this. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Koga is up next, and to be honest, I don't think this is going to be doable. Guess I was right on that one. We just get taken out in the end. We are probably too low of a level to make any offensive plays make sense at this current moment. We do actually scrape through to Venomoth, so we got further than I thought, but it's still over. I think we need more levels. As we ingest some of that sweet stuff to get everyone to level 35, SPG evolves into Venusaur. I think this is going to be a really big help. Probably? Anyways, it's another step closer to Lexitan's team, so yeah, it will help. A few attempts later, this happens. Venona is out first, so we just send out Radam to use Ember, of course. It hits for heavy damage and burns it in the process. A few more Embers and only taking moves like Tackle, we make Venonat faint. Great start. Venonat 2 is now out, and again, Embers are our friends here. So we eventually make him burn again. But of course, Supersonic hits us to confuse. Yay! I just decide it's safer to send Jewel in at this point, which in turn lets the burn damage take effect, and he faints after hitting a weak Psychic naturally. Venonat 3 is just an annoying piece of work and becomes so much more to commentate on. Just a brawl back and forth really until Jewel faints. So we just send out Chewy and spam Thunderbolt until we get the knockdown. Venomoth is now out, and this is the scary one of the team. This could go really bad for us still, to be honest. And it still goes bad, because Chewy of course does almost nothing and faints quite quickly. Radam doesn't fare much better, mind you, as he gets hit with Toxic. Great. Good news is it doesn't get a chance to badly take hold, but the bad news is we get a critical hit Psychic. I don't even think that needed to be a critical hit, to be honest with you, so Radam falls. GH24G is now out and gets hit with Toxic also, so Venonat has the speed advantage. Wing attacks are super effective on paper, but in reality it hardly does anything, to be honest. We are still up against it with this fight, I assure you, but by pure chance, all he does is spam double team instead of attacking. But we end up hitting all of our wing attacks necessary to take him out, even though we are at a massive disadvantage, defeating Koga and getting a soul badge. As we are progressing through, we take on enough trainers to get Radam to level 36, so you know what this means. He evolves into Charizard. I also think this is one of the best looking Charizards in any Pokemon game. Eyes closed and full of self-importance. We now have a big dragon at our disposal. We also get our Jewel to evolve too. I nearly missed the recording on this too, so luckily I hit the record button just in time, so we now have a Blastoise at our disposal too. Silphco is up next, and let's try our hand at our rival James once again. Sandslash is out first, so we need to switch Chewy out for Jewel. Great start. But once we get our act together with Surf, it's a one-shot. Cloyster is next, so we just switch out for SPG. That back sprite, man. What on earth is that meant to be anyway? I could have mentioned that way sooner, but didn't. What a weird thing to point out at this point. Anyways, one Razor Leaf later, and Cloyster falls. Magneton is out next, so we switch for Radam, and just go for Slash a few times due to the fact that they will critical hit due to how fast we are. We barely survive Thundershocks due to needing 3 shots, but still, I wasn't worried, to be honest. Kadamra? What is that spelling? Oh god. Is next, so we switch out for Chewy and go for Slam, which hits for decent amount of damage, but Psybeam is so powerful and Pikachu is so frail, we just fall to a one-shot. But once Jewel comes out, we eventually attack with one bite, and that's all that's needed to take Kadabra out. His Ace Flareon is now out, so we just go for Surf, narrowly surviving a bite, and hit Surf again for the win. Of course we get ambushed by Jesse and James again, and yet, another 3 minutes later, we win again naturally. But at least this time they now have a purpose, because GH24G evolves into Pidgeot, getting a little closer to our full team now. So we watch them blast off again, and that leaves Giovanni once more. He's nothing to worry about in all honesty. We have a pretty good answer for all of his teams, so yeah. This really doesn't take long at all. Nidoqueen does put up a little bit of a fight, nearly dropping GH24G, but once Radam is out, this one is all over. One slash later and Giovanni is defeated. With that, they all clear out Silphco, and we get a Master Ball from the President we just saved. We will actually get to use this later on, and can you guess which legendary we'll end up getting? Let me know in the comments down below. Just before we leave, we end up getting a Lapras from this very kind man for saving them. And we call it SPG Crew. Just a massive reminder, you're the reason I make content. I've had my fair share of struggles throughout the years, and YouTubers have been my escape. I wanted to start making videos like this one when my confidence and self-worth got a little bit higher. Even saved my life at times. And this is the reason I make videos like this one. I really hope I can be a distraction for someone, so I include you all in all my videos as like a mascot. so the mascot for today's video is Lapras. Hopefully one day we can get the silver play button together, and as a side goal, I'd love to make videos like this full time. Being able to dedicate all my time to being creative would just be a wonderful thing. So thanks for all the support everyone, I really appreciate it. So let's get back to the action. Sabrina is up next, so she starts off with Abra. So I just spam Radham's Embers until she falls, due to the fact that she cannot attack us directly. Kadabra is out next, so we switch for Jewel, and I use a combination of Surf and Bite to nearly take her out. But we have to switch out eventually to Radham once again. But she uses Recover to get her health back. Remembering Kadabra is quite frail, we eventually just use Strength to see if we can take her out, which is an epic no, and again Recover. This just becomes more annoying when I'm getting so close to taking her out, and we get paralysed with Psywave. This could be getting way worse for us, but our strength still hits. Dropping Kadabra. Finally. Alakazam is now out, and she raises her defense with X Defend and Reflect, only for us to get a critical hit strength on her when it hits. Our joy is short lived though, because we take a Psychic straight at the face, making us faint. So I change my strategy mid fight and use Poison Powder and Leech Seed with SPG, respectively, just so we can dish out damage still and get a tiny bit of health back. I mean, we get taken out eventually, but this combo and Recover only working to heal, not cure the poison. We just need to switch in GH24G and faint, then Chewy comes out of course for the quick attack for the win. With that we get a Mars badge. It came down to the wire for a bit and I was worried, but this was a first try, nonetheless. Okay, now it's time for our 6th and final member of Lexitan's team, and we get to choose the legendary. So, I wonder if you guessed this right, but you join me at the Seafoam Islands of course. And once we go inside and figure out the puzzle, we can surf all the way to Articuno. I got this because I really wanted to use ice moves in this challenge run, and they're normally way over the top for them. But it's nice to have something good to use against Lance and all his dragons. It adds depth to our very nostalgic team. I do call him Bellman of course, and sure, I made him the Eevee and then stuffed him into the PC earlier, and I felt bad, okay? He had to be a part of the team, so yeah. Don't look at me like that, this is my video. Okay, let's just move on from this. You join me back at Pokemon Mansion, and I found TM22 thinking it was the gym key for Blaine. What am I doing, or thinking? This is so stupid. But after damn it Raticate, we get our act together and find the gym key. This is cutting edge content that you all seem to like from my channel, am I right? We enter the gym and traverse our way to Blaine for one of the easiest gym fights I've had so far. He seems to forget he's a Pokemon trainer in all these sort of runs, I think. Jewel, our Blastoise, gets through Ninetales and Rapidash with Surf and nearly Arcanine. But we don't have enough health to survive a Flamethrower. A few slashes from Radham, our Charizard, and the fire is now out on Blaine's team, resulting in us getting the Volcano badge. Right, let's keep the gym battles going, eh? So we head to Viridian City's gym, and apparently the gym leader has returned. Gee, I wonder who that's going to be. Of course, it's that random head of Team Rocket again. Dugtrio goes down to a few Vine Whips. We nearly go down to a really powerful dig. Dugtrio is massively overpowered in Gen 1. So, as Persian comes out, I switch out for Radham and hit Ember, which actually burns him. This was a rare thing to happen, but sod Fury Swipes, man. This really annoyed me and I don't know why. Don't judge me. I switch to Slash and it goes way better to the point where we actually get the knockdown. But of course Nidoqueen is out next and she always gives us a hard time. Radham goes down to Thunder, so I thought I'd just bring out GH24G. A Pidgeot. What am I actually thinking here? Of course that didn't end too well when Thunder hits again. What a noob moment, especially since we have an Articuno now called Bellman. We can just use Ice Beams, which is super effective. What a complete idiot, man. Once we get our act together, we just hit Nidoking with Ice Beam for a super effective one-shot, and also Rhydon. Got to love being stupid sometimes, it makes for funny moments in videos I guess. Now that random head of Team Rocket is defeated for the last time, we get the last badge we need, the Earth badge. I decided at this point to eat some more of that sweet, sweet candy. Oh god, that sounds so cringy, but I suppose I gotta keep it in. and get our team to a base minimum of 40, just to be that little bit more competitive. Speaking of being competitive, our rival James is waiting for us before Victory Road. The last time we will face him before the champion fight. Sandslash is a one-shot to Razor Leaf, Execute eventually goes down to Strength and Ember, Cloyster goes down to a few Thunderbolts, Magneton goes down to a few Ice Beams after accidentally using Peck. Kadabra ends up taking out Jewel and Radam, so we just use GH24G's Fly to try and dodge the attacks and takes out Kadabra eventually. Flareon just misses a Fire Spin, so yeah, a few Ice Beams later defeats our rival once again. Yeah, you better walk away. We enter Victory Road and leave Victory Road and climb the sacred steps to the Indigo Plateau and come face to face with our destiny. Chewy is ready for this too. Here is the rest of our team if you're interested. Let me know if we can do this. Yeah, spoilers, we can do this. Well, it's time for the Elite Four. Ice Trainer Lorelei is up first and starts with Dugong. Her Aurora Beam is really scary, but we get 2 Razor Leafs in from SPG to take her out. Cloyster is also so close to being a one-shot with Razor Leaf, but only uses a Super Potion to try and heal, so we get another one in, taking her out. Slowbro uses Amnesia instead of just attacking, so another 2 shots of Razor Leaf takes her out too. We switch to Chewy for Jinx, and uses a Lovely Kiss against us, and then hits us with an Ice Punch for the knockdown. Radam is out next, and an Ember hits for really good damage, due to being a critical hit, but Ice Punch is so powerful so we fall to them eventually. We just use Skull Bash with Jewel, and when it hits Jinx, it falls. We just keep Jewel out for Lapras, and we just keep attacking with moves like Bite, until Lapras body slams us and gets the better of us. We then get 2 hits of Razor Leaf in from SPG, taking Lapras out and defeating Lorelei. Next up is the scary fighting trainer Bruno, and as we step up to the plate for this hell of a fight, I really don't know if we can win this one. Nah, not really, he's an absolute squash. Our over the top team is way over the top, obviously. Yeah, this was easy. It's nice to have an easy fight sometimes in Pokemon games, isn't it? Or just in general. Well, I guess I'm going to pay for that now. Ghost Trainer Agatha is a pain to deal with. Gengar has Substitute, which is annoying as all hell, but the fight is absolutely mad and hard to commentate on, so you'll just have to watch this insanity. We both keep switching Pokemon in and out and it's crazy. We miss moves, she uses Super Potions here and there, we get confused here and there, but we just slowly grind her team down over the course of 12 minutes. This generally felt like an eternity. Oh yeah, we even get paralysed in places too. What a super weird fight. Again, I am sorry I couldn't recap this one, but we eventually scrape through a win. Just to let you know, the last Gengar, which was level 60, took 4 minutes to take down. So, be happy I sped this one up in editing. Last up is Dragon Tamer Lance, and we get rewarded big time for the annoying Agatha fight earlier. This just becomes an absolute squash. Having an Articuno is not even funny. Bellman defeats Lance in like 2 minutes 31 seconds. Ice moves are so good. So good. So, now there's only one battle left before we can see the end credits. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Our first attempt at Pokemon Champion James goes really bad. In fact, we lose. We get all the way to Flareon just to get taken out. Yeah, not good. So, let's ingest some more of that sweet, sweet candy and try this again with a team at level 50 minimum. Pokemon Champion James starts with Sandslash, so it's a one-shot with Razor Leaf from SPG. Alakazam is out next, so we switch out for Jewel, so we can set up a Skull Bash. And it's funny because he uses Recover in between this, even though I haven't hit him yet. But he uses Kinesis, so we end up missing. Great start. We survive 2 Psybeams and hit Skull Bash, but then we have to switch out to Radam, only to miss our move some more and let him recover. Alakazam is a real pain in the backside in this run. We hit Strength and barely survive again, so we have to switch out again to GH24G, so I can set up a Fly, which hits and takes him out. Executor only uses a weak Stomp, so 2 Ice Beams later Bellman takes him out. With use of Blizzard a few times on Magneton, barely surviving with 24 health in the process, He is now done, with 2 Pokemon left. Cloyster is out next, so we use SPG's Razor Leafs twice, taking him out, narrowly surviving again. Flareon only uses a Reflect, so 2 lots of Surf gets us the win, becoming the new Pokemon champion of Pokemon Yellow with Lexitan's team. As James cries at being defeated, I am fully aware I made myself the rival just for added fun. Lexitan walks into a doorway of destiny, places his team into the Pokemon Yellow's Hall of Fame, cementing his legacy as a Pokemon champion and a valued member of SPG, and becomes the first channel to ever collaborate with a tiny Pokemon channel with massive dreams. Now before them credits roll, I have one more thing I need to do. We fly to Celadon, go to the department store, get a Thunderstone, make our way to the power plant, and after damn it Magneton, we check Chewy, and he's happy. Then we try to evolve Pikachu to Raichu because of Chewy on the Discord. We give a Thunderstone to, so he's now a Raichu. But anticlimactic things happen now, because the game doesn't let you do that, because it follows the anime storyline. Yeah, he now hates us. This is a really stupid bit. Now, with the game done, we can roll the end credits, and I've got something I need to talk to you about. So yeah. Okay, outro time. I've been away for ages at this point with some really personal things that happened. Time got away from itself, and I was really hoping to get this one out for February. Yeah, it's June. I nearly gave up on this video, and I nearly gave up on the channel, to be honest with you. I can't be consistent with uploads, so how am I meant to stay relevant and all of that? It all stemmed down to one day where I couldn't get on my PC to make anything, so I got into my own head that I probably won't work on it today or tomorrow or even the next day. It became a vicious cycle and it got me down, I'm not gonna lie. I felt burnt out, felt depressed about it. And it was just annoying because I really wanted to get on and make these videos. I felt bad that I couldn't make anything happen, and it's a genuine escape for me when I can make something. Once I upload a video like this, I feel invigorated, and I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section. Obviously. I love getting involved with that because I get to see the community that I love so much just interact with me, and it's a weird full circle thing. From watching YouTubers growing up, staying alive, you know, like just going through a load of bad times, and to see people just talk about things in the comment sections of my videos, it's great. I love seeing it. So I'm not going anywhere. If you want your team or suggestions to become a reality, why don't you comment down below and tell me what you want to see. Also, scan this QR code and head over to our Discord. Robman is over there. Yes, the Robman. From Happy Console Gamer fame. A channel that I've looked up to for years, and one of the main reasons I started YouTube as well. You know, that time I had a phone call with him at about 11 at night, 12 at night, going into early morning. We talked about loads of things. I'm talking about Johnny here. And it was just such a wonderful thing, and I've got a video of it up on the channel, so I'm going to link that in the comment section below as a pinned comment, so if you want to watch it, feel free. I was away from the Discord server for a long time as well, and to come back and see Robman there, it just filled me with so much joy, and it renewed the energy that I had for this, for being away for so long. Plus, why don't you go check out all my friends on YouTube? I've linked them all in the video description, and they helped me through some really bad times also. Like, sometimes watch their videos in absolute silence, which I don't like doing anymore, because I like commenting on videos now. I like liking them and stuff because I'm asking people to do the same, so it's a bit hypocritical if I don't. I feel. And to be honest, I'm asking for someone to be involved in my comment section. I want to be involved in theirs, because it's a community thing that I love about this. Being able to talk to people about stuff is just amazing now. And that's what the Discord server is as well. We talk about everything over there, and it's just a it's just full of nice people. Like it's you know, if you're a nice person and you're not a knacker, as a UK phrase, then you're free to be whatever you want to be on the Discord server. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's just a really nice place to be. It's a wholesome place to be, and I'm at home there. And I end up putting a lot of my behind the scenes stuff of the show on there because I feel like it's the right place to put it. So yeah, it's just a nice place to interact. Because I was using Twitter for a lot of it originally. When I was first starting, I had a Twitter page where I was just uploading to it every day when I was making stuff, and I never got any interaction, and I was doing it for a long time. Then I just stopped doing it because I got nothing out of it. Basically, it just felt like I was just talking to no one. And that's one of the scary things about starting YouTube, because when you start your first video you feel like you're not talking to anyone. It's just you in a sort of existence, so we say. But you've got to keep thinking, if you want to be making videos like what we're doing now, you got to expect the bad with the good. It's funny because people don't think about it like this. You might not be getting any views. I wasn't. I still don't really. You know, it's just I get the odd few every now and then I get a video that just sort of spikes randomly. I still don't really understand it. But I'm honing the craft. I'm making videos, and I'm getting more confident talking to you on a mic like this. You know, and you learn how to use your editing software that little bit better each time you make a video, and you're just making new skills for yourself, and you're gaining more confidence doing it. Like so what people aren't interacting, so what people aren't commenting on stuff. You're doing this because you've got a passion for it, and the people that have passions for these things outlast people that are just using it as a fad, as somewhere just to make, you know, they think it's a money spinner because I see a lot of big YouTubers making a lot of money from it, and it's not that. And it'll be very rare if that, to be honest, if that does happen for you, then fair play. But, you know, sometimes your goals are unrealistic. Like, I started this thinking, I would love to be able to do this full time. And maybe that's not the path that I have for this. Yeah, I've gone way off on a tangent. But I just want to see the community now. And it's an escape from a reality that I have. Going to a 9-to-5 job every day, which isn't the best. And I mean, you know, millions of us are out there are in the same boat, and we need that escapism. We need our hobbies, we need our interests, we need family, friends, people behind us that love us, basically. And we need that in our lives, because sometimes if it's just bad after bad after bad, you end up in a rut like I was, just barely clinging on to life at some points. And to be honest, I will talk to you about this for days. Like, if you are there struggling, my comment section is always open. I will put my email out in the video description, and if you want to talk to me about something, it's always open, and I will find time to talk to you about it if you're struggling. Or, you know, I have been suicidal before, I am not gonna lie. I know this is a really dark part of the video, but it's a real thing. It's real life issues. And games, playing guitar, watching YouTubers, talking to friends and family got me through it all, and I feel like I'm a way stronger person for it, and I've been through that experience, and it's made me stronger as a person. And you do have self-worth. Don't let anybody else tell you you haven't, and don't let anyone tell you that you shouldn't start anything that you want to start. Do what makes you happy in life, and focus on that. Is my advice. And for me, making videos like this is a full circle thing, and it's quite a fitting thing. It's quite cool, and yeah. So that's it. If you want to watch more videos, click on the video that's on screen. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use at this point. So I'll just surprise you, and why don't you hit the subscribe button, which is going to be on screen somewhere too. And I will see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching, and all the support that you give me is really cool. And yeah, you've been great. I've been James. Until next time.